You're tuned in to Nerd Overload, your weekly show for video games, movies, TV shows, comics, tech news, and more. Now your hosts, Cody Pinnick, Samantha Cross, Sam Dunham, and Josh Harrison.
Hey everybody, welcome to Nerd Overload, your favorite pop and geek culture talk show. Can we call it that?
Yeah, it's a talk show.
Yeah, okay. I'm Cody.
Short, sweet, and to the point. I like it. I'm Sam.
I'm Josh.
And I'm Samantha.
Oh boy, we have a great show for you this week. Thank you all for tuning in. We have a bunch of news, including the Game Awards, which I guess I didn't realize was a thing until last night.
Yeah, like I knew it was the thing, but I didn't previously care about it.
And I still don't know if I care about it, but we're going to talk about it anyway. But first, let's talk about some things we checked out. And you know what? I'm taking the reins. I'm starting.
Go for it.
I'm going to do it. There is a documentary on Netflix that everyone needs to see if you are a person of our age. It is called Jim and Andy. It is a behind the scenes half documentary about the making of Man on the Moon, the Andy Kaufman film that Jim Carrey did. It is nuts.
That is oddly specific for a documentary.
Well, here's the thing. They filmed a bunch of behind the scenes stuff for that film at the time because they were going to do this electronic press kit and never used any of the footage. And I'll tell you why. Jim Carrey lost his goddamn mind.
I mean,
during that filming.
Have you seen any of his movies from the 90s?
Well, here's the thing. So it's interspersed with cuts of current day, today, Jim Carrey just talking directly to a camera, and he looks like a homeless, crazy person. So he's talking, and he says, okay, so when I first heard I got the part, he's always been fascinated by Andy Kaufman because they kind of had similar kind of comedic styles when they were doing stand-up and that sort of thing. So he said he heard he got the part, and he was out on a beach in California, and the ghost of Andy Kaufman came to him and said, okay, Jim, take a back seat. I'm going to do my movie. And for the entire production, Jim Carrey claims he was possessed by the ghost of Andy Kaufman.
Oh my god.
What?
Oh my god. Yeah, I have to see this.
And
that is nuts.
And the reason why, and one of the things with Andy Kaufman is he had a persona he would do sometimes. It was Tony something or other. It was like this really jerk, super awful, misogynistic, terrible, horrible lounge singer act that he would do. And Tony Clifton's the character's name. And Andy Kaufman always pretended Tony Clifton was just someone completely different. They hated each other, basically. So there were scenes in the movie where Jim Carrey was also playing Tony Clifton. So on screen and off, he was in character as Tony Clifton, yelling and screaming and being awful to people. And the reason why none of this film footage at the time was seen until today was because people looked at it in production and said, we can't release this. People are going to think Jim Carrey's a jerk. And this was right after The Mask, right after
prime
Jim Carrey. Or Ace Ventura 1 and 2, prime Jim Carrey. It's nuts. It's cringe-inducing at points. There are scenes where they are not filming the movie, where Jim Carrey, as Andy Kaufman, is meeting with the family, the actual family of Andy Kaufman, and telling his dad that he's proud of him, and having these long family conversations. He meets with Andy Kaufman's estranged daughter that he gave up at birth, put into adoption at birth. She had never met Andy Kaufman, ever. He and Jim Carrey, as Andy Kaufman, talked to this woman for 2 hours as Andy Kaufman because he truly believed he was possessed by the ghost of Andy Kaufman. You guys?
So weird.
You guys? It's nuts. It's eye-opening how crazy that is. And there are shots of they're talking to Danny DeVito had a big part in it because Kaufman and Danny DeVito were really good. They were on Taxi together and they were really good friends. And there's other stuff. And everyone keeps going. One, it is eerie how well Jim Carrey's doing, how good of a job he's doing as Andy Kaufman. And two, everyone kind of going, this is weird. There's something not right. This is weird. But yeah, oh boy.
I want to see this.
Oh boy, it is. Yeah, it's a Netflix documentary. Look it up. It's like an hour and a half long. It's
Man, like, did Jim Carrey have syphilis or something and it baked his brain?
I don't know. Jim Carrey has a lot of weird ideas about a whole bunch of things. But thinking about it, and actually after watching the documentary, thinking about it, a lot of like the Jim Carrey weird kind of popped up post Man on the Moon, because that's when Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind was made. Was after that. It was a lot of the Jenny McCarthy vaccination stuff came up after that.
That movie 23.
The movie 23 came up after that.
Weird movie.
I hated that movie. Oh,
I've never seen it.
I saw it in the theaters.
I
hated
too.
that was a waste of money. It was a waste of money and a waste of time, but that was awful and weird. Like The Majestic, which I have a soft spot for, but it's a weird movie.
That's a good movie, though.
Yeah, it's a good movie. But like just the weird, not funny, weird Jim Carrey stuff came out post Man on the Moon.
What about The Truman Show?
That's pretty weird.
Truman Show is weird. I didn't like Truman Show when I first watched it when I was younger, but today I kind of like it a lot. It's a really kind of a real good thinker.
I love that movie.
Yeah, but yeah, like Man of the Moon broke him. Don't know. That's weird.
We went to the movies and saw a movie.
Oh yeah,
that wasn't Justice League.
Oh no,
it was Coco.
Okay, how was it?
It was fantastic.
That was really
yeah, cool.
Really good.
It might be my favorite Pixar movie.
Really?
It was that good.
Wow.
I mean, until Incredibles 2 comes out.
I don't know. I don't think Incredibles 2 is going to make me literally cry.
You literally cried, huh?
Yeah. Both of us did.
Oh, wow.
It's a really, really good, really touching movie. If you have a grandma, or had a grandma, you will cry.
Oh.
Yeah.
I thought maybe you were crying for that Frozen.
That made me want to cry. Oh my god.
By cry, do you mean vomit out of your eye sockets?
Yes, it was horrible. It was 22 minutes long.
Yeah.
So the length of an entire television program.
Mm-hmm. And they letterboxed it, right? They turned it to they shrunk it down, didn't they? Or do something like that?
Was it full screen?
I
don't remember.
Yeah.
I was just wanting it to end.
Yeah.
The songs were all completely forgettable. The plot was dumb.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody wants a movie focused on Olaf because nobody likes him.
Who cares?
The kids don't even like him.
Olaf was the worst part of
Yeah.
Frozen.
I love Josh Gad. But...
Yeah, but he's the worst part of Frozen.
I've never seen Frozen.
Really?
Not once.
It's okay.
You know what? I don't care to see it out of principle. Everybody loves it. I have no interest.
I feel
just for that.
I like it, but I feel like it's overrated.
Oh yeah, I'll agree with that.
Like people oh my gosh, one of the greatest Disney films. No, it's not. Yeah, it's got one of the catchiest songs on the planet.
Yeah,
but
it's one of the best Disney songs in a long time, but
no. Like Tangled is a better movie than Frozen.
Oh yeah.
I like Tangled.
Yeah, Tangled is a great movie.
Anyway, how was Coco? Was it good?
Very, very,
Very good.
very good.
I like it with marshmallows.
Yeah.
Really good story, really...
The trailers, I was a little worried about it because the trailers made it look a lot like
Book of Life.
Book of Life.
Is it similar? It's not like it at all?
It's not like Book of Life at all.
Good.
Not
Okay.
even close.
Good.
I heard it does a really good job at honoring Latin American traditions and stuff.
Yes. As
Cool.
far as I know, yeah.
Yes.
I didn't like the skeleton designs at first because of the way their eyes are. But it grows on you and it becomes fine.
I think it's to do with it being in motion and...
Yeah, there's so much better moving than just a still image of a skeleton with weird eyes.
Okay, gotcha.
There's a El Santo cameo.
Oh, there is?
Yeah.
Oh, then I'm going to have to see it now.
I was like, it's El Santo. And
Oh, man.
Nobody else in the theater knows who this is, but I do.
You're welcome.
Yeah. Frida Kahlo is in it.
Nice.
I saw that in the trailers, actually.
Yeah. I mean, it's just a really good, really heartwarming, and really well done. The music is good. There's a lot of music.
Well, yeah,
that's what it's
all
about.
based
Yeah,
about
sure.
music.
Yeah. Made me want to play Grim Fandango afterwards.
That's the other thing. It looks a lot like Grim Fandango.
I'm stuck in the middle of Grand Fandango. I think
Yeah.
I'm in the woods.
I've never finished it.
Okay, we done talking about Grim
Yeah.
Fandango?
Go for it. What do you got to say?
It was pretty disappointing Like, they had no faith in it.
Oh yeah, from the beginning, it's very clear that from the beginning parts that Disney has no faith in this movie whatsoever because they tacked on that awful 22-minute Frozen cartoon, and then there was a little 2-minute intro from Pixar explaining how hard they worked on this movie.
Oh,
It's like, just show me the movie. I want to see it. I paid for my ticket.
Like, I'm already here.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
they're like, we worked really hard, so
Took over
Be nice, you
so many
guys.
artists to make this one scene.
it's like I haven't seen the scene yet because I'm waiting for the movie to start.
Feels like a DVD extra
Yeah.
tacked on the front.
Yeah, I have no idea why they did that, and it really sucks that they gypped us out of a Pixar short because of the Frozen short. The only thing that had going for it was Elsa. Elsa's outfit was super rad looking,
okay.
and there was some cute kittens toward the end.
I like that part.
Do any of the Pixar shared world references pop up?
Nothing that I saw, but there's a lot going on in that movie. A lot of crowd shots where they could hide stuff. I wish I wouldn't have figured out the twist about 10 minutes in, but it is a children's movie.
Sure, yeah.
And it didn't make it any less powerful. But
Okay.
yeah, go see Coco. It's amazing.
Cool.
I'm glad I saw it instead of Justice League.
That doesn't mean you're getting out of it. You guys still have to see Justice League. It's for the show. You got to do it.
I mean, we did it.
Yeah.
We don't want to. We almost did, but it's like, I don't want to do it.
Yeah.
This is the first day off we've had.
Cody,
at
you
the
need
same
to
time.
you need
I
to
don't-
eat your vegetables, okay?
I did. That was what the Frozen short was.
That was,
Yeah.
even the kids behind us, they were getting really bored of
Yeah.
it.
I saw Justice League because I like torturing myself.
Again?
Again?
No,
We talked about it.
no,
Yeah.
did we?
Yeah.
We mentioned that we saw it and mentioned,
That
remember,
we mentioned
compliment
we were gonna-
sandwich.
Oh, right,
Yeah, we
right.
were
Yeah.
going to talk about it on this show.
Yeah.
And now we
then,
can't.
And then we can't. This
We don't
show
really have
is...
time for it anyway.
No, we don't. This pulling back the curtain, this episode is like a lot of things that we said were going to happen and then maybe not so much.
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah.
'Cause, yeah, we almost had a guess.
We almost had a guess. That is going to happen. That is going to happen.
Hopefully. No,
No,
it will.
You put the positivity out there in the
Yeah.
universe, man. It is going to happen.
It will.
Yeah. Maybe our guest will watch Justice League and we'll talk to her about it. There
Maybe.
you go.
I don't know. I don't know
Yeah.
if she's seen it or not.
There we go.
Just ask her.
You just
Yeah.
ask her to turn the interview. Why not? What the hell? All right, go ahead, Josh. Go. Well, what else have you done? What did you do?
I went to work
Admit your crimes.
a lot.
Any fun stories?
Yeah, see, that's the tough part about this time of year. Everybody is working extra
yeah.
and overtime. It really makes it difficult to find time to do the fun stuff. It really it sucks because this is the part of the year where you absolutely need to force yourself almost because it's super easy to fall into that rut where you just work and do nothing else.
Yeah,
Yeah.
work and then you go home and then you go to sleep.
Yeah.
That's pretty much most of my time spent. It's like I get home and I'm like, oh man, I could do this, and this.
Yeah.
Down.
I'm
Yeah.
out.
See, this is the part where you have to make yourself go and do fun, which sounds weird and,
Yeah.
and dumb, but
But it's also, you kind of need to do that for your own
mental health. Yeah. Yeah. Sometimes you just got to relax, you know?
Yeah, I don't think I've really done anything since last show. I barely even watched TV.
We done anything else?
I got Xenoblade.
Oh, yeah. How is
too.
Xenoblade?
I like it. It's really good. It's a great JRPG. Feels a lot like a PlayStation 1 JRPG from back in those days, which is fine.
That's fine. Those are good games.
The Golden Age.
Yeah. The only bad thing about it really is the character design is all over the place.
Yeah.
Like everybody looks stupid for one.
I mean, it's a JRPG.
Yeah, like extra stupid.
Yeah.
Well, it goes back to the PlayStation 1 era. Everybody looked ridiculous then too, but
Yeah. I heard on another show that, like, the main character's like a diver, has like a diver suit thing.
Yeah.
But when he's not diving, he takes off his pants but leaves his armor on. So he has, like, just, like, shorts underneath.
he has like these weird leg parts that go over his leg, but not in the center.
Yeah, like he's wearing like metal chaps, kind of.
Yeah, it's really weird.
That's weird and dumb.
And his diving helmet just flips back like it's a hoodie.
Yeah, that's
So, yeah, you're not in this for the character designs, for one. And then the main female character looks like the girl from Kill la Kill.
Yeah.
But without the self-awareness, so it's just stupid.
It's just weird and, yeah. The girl that's also a sword, that's also your love interest?
Well, she's not a sword.
But she calls herself a weapon, and she is kind of your sword.
She gives you... Well, yeah, there is a sword, but she's also still there.
She's also the sword.
She's not actually the sword.
She doesn't turn into the sword?
No, she doesn't turn into the sword.
You don't make out with a sword in this game.
No.
Well, that's one less reason for me to buy it.
She gives you power and is in the battles with you while you have the sword.
Gotcha. But does she refer to herself as the sword?
No.
Okay.
I don't know what her deal completely is yet.
Gotcha.
But
maybe she's secretly the sword.
Maybe.
Maybe she's secretly the sword. She's a transformer.
She's a bladed American.
Yeah, it's just a thing people do in this world is there's crystals, and sometimes when people touch them, a person or an animal or a Pokemon...
When a person and a rock love each other very much, sometimes they touch each other, and a person becomes a sword.
Yeah, well, not becomes a sword, but the crystal will turn into a weapon, and along with the weapon, there'll be a person or a giant talking cat or something like a Birdman.
Wow.
It's been a very challenging RPG for Bird Person.
It's you collect these you collect these crystals to get more weapons and side characters.
No, I know. I kind of get the gist of it. I'm just making fun of the fact that your person's kind of a sword.
Yeah. It's bizarre.
It sounds bizarre,
but it's a good game. The battle system's good. The other character is they let Tetsuya Nomura. Is that how you say his name? The Final Fantasy designer
that's the
guy.
Yeah.
They let him make a character for the game. Mm-hmm. He looks like Cecil from Final Fantasy IV, but with a mask on.
Oh, perfect. Which
also clashes with everybody else in the game. It looks like a crossover game with characters from games that don't exist. But if you can look past the character design, there's a solid game there. The world is really cool. Mm-hmm. Everything is like on giant flying or walking titan beasts.
Yeah. I remember that from the trailer.
Yeah.
Like your world ship is actually a tiny one of those that like zips around because he's an old man or something.
Yeah.
Old man turtle monster.
Everything is surrounded by a sea of clouds, which is actually like water when you go down into them. But
interesting.
And the main character is a salvager. He's a guy that dives down into this cloud sea to collect treasure and stuff and sell it for profit.
He's bringing back dirt because no one's ever seen it.
Yeah.
That's a Waterworld reference.
I got that. Yeah.
I was letting the listeners know.
Yeah.
Hey, have you seen that movie?
No, I have not.
You've never seen Waterworld?
It's a garbage movie, isn't it?
It's kind of a garbage movie.
But it's my garbage movie.
But there's an extended scene where Kevin Costner uses a filtration system to turn his pee into
That's not
drinkable water.
Scene. That's like opening scene.
Yeah. Extended opening scene.
It spends more time on it than it needs to.
That's the definition of extended.
But yeah, if you like JRPGs, you'll like Xenoblade too. The compass on the map sucks.
Okay.
It's so hard to find where to go sometimes. Because instead of having it point to like checkpoints that would lead you around to your destination, it just points straight at where the thing is.
Oh, really?
So like if you have to go around a huge mountain, it's not going to tell you that, and you're going to get lost. And it's awful.
But isn't the journey part of the experience, Cody?
If the journey is fighting the same battles over and over again because you can't find which way to go, then
like a JRPG.
Yeah. I believe that's called the grind.
I'm probably way over leveled because of it.
Yeah.
Because I can't. Then the map doesn't zoom out far enough for you to really be able to figure out where you're supposed to be going. Mm-hmm. Hopefully they patch that out because it is a pain.
Yeah. Well, here's hoping.
But it's worth getting.
Oh yeah. Good.
Seal of approval.
Thanks. Thank you. Thank you for that. Let's see. I've read a couple comics.
You don't say.
Thanks. Nice.
That's those books with the pictures.
They are the books with the pictures and the words. Sometimes pictures are even really good. The words are kind of funny. No, I nothing too spectacular. I've gotten caught up on Squirrel Girl. The most recent issue was the zine or
Oh,
the
it
Zine issue.
It was good, yeah.
Where it's a bunch of different characters, but a bunch of different artists and writers write a one page issues or 2-page issues or like mini stories from the perspective of different characters. Like
and the conceit is they did it themselves.
They did it themselves, yeah. So there's a Galactus one that was done by actually written and drawn by Jim Davis, where it's big fat Galactus and Silver Surfer that looks
like John.
Like John Arbuckle. Yeah, so that's pretty funny. There's a 1-page, 16-panel grid Howard the Duck, where it's Erica Henderson wrote it, who's the artist for Squirrel Girl, and forced Chip Zdarsky to draw it. And it's just 12 panels of Howard the Duck making out with a human. That's all it is.
Nice.
Yeah, like the first panel is like Howard's, noir detective sitting in his office. And the second panel is like a woman in a red dress comes in. Is like, "Are you Howard?" And he goes, "Yes, I am, and I'm the best." And the rest of the panels are just the two of them like gross making out. And the last one's like, "I made Chip do this" or something like that. It's great, yeah, and very in keeping with Chip Zdarsky's and Erica Henderson's humor. But no, the issue is really funny. It was a good breather after the last arc, which was actually kind of got a little bit too long. They went to the Savage Land and fought a robot Ultron T-Rex, which sounds awesome, but it lasted maybe one issue too long, I think. But yeah, I'm still enjoying that book. What else have I flipped through? It must not have been important because I can't remember it. Doomsday Clock. Oh, it was Doom Patrol.
Oh, okay.
That book is getting weird, but
it is the Doom Patrol.
The good kind of weird. It's they wrapped up their last arc a few issues ago, so it's at the point in the next story arc where nothing makes sense. That's kind of the way the Doom Patrol. Doom Patrol is like, it was almost like a DC's precursor to X-Men.
Yeah,
kind of very similar ideas, outcast, freaks of nature kind of thing, all banding together to save a world that hates and fears them. Sounds like X-Men.
They live on Mars, and there's demons come out of these portals. That's Doom.
Yeah, it's Doom. That's actual Doom. Yeah, nice, nice. I like that. That was good. Doom Patrol's been used over the years because it's so similar to like X-Men. They've been used to like go in just like weird out there, like crazy concept kind of ways. And this newest run does a very similar thing, where it's like 4 or 5 issues into it, nothing makes sense. It's just a hodgepodge of scenes. And by the end of like the 6 or 8 issue arc, everything ties together and makes sense and is very satisfying. But so I'm right there in the middle where nothing, it's just a hodgepodge of nothing.
There's you have to keep reminding yourself this does have a payoff.
This is going to be good. Just give it a few more issues. It's going to get good again. It's all going to click. But yeah, it's right there in that like nothing makes sense. There's an entire fantasy world that is in the back seat of an ambulance that people can only access when the ambulance is being driven super fast.
Wow.
There's a man who is also a cat who is also a punk rocker for no reason.
Internet.
Yeah, there's the old what was it? The old Charles Atlas, the muscle from the old
Muscle Beach guy.
Muscle Beach guy. His name is Flex Mentolo. He is the hero of the beach, and he can warp reality by flexing his muscles, but only as long as people believe in him and he has an inflated ego. Nothing in this comic makes sense, and I love it.
So none of the original Doom Patrol characters are in it?
Oh, yeah, no, they're in it.
Okay.
At least Robot Man and Negative Man.
Okay.
Yeah, they haven't gotten to Elastigirl yet. She's kind of a problematic character, unfortunately, just because from the time she was created, the whole...
Wasn't it kind of a fat shamey thing? Or
No, that was Big Bertha from
Great Lakes
Avengers. No, do you remember... You've seen like old weird panels of like the Fantastic Four where Invisible Girl or Invisible Woman was very much like the team mom and was kind of pigeonholed into that kind of area. Well, Elastigirl was never allowed to kind of break out from that role, and she's been absent in the book largely since the 70s. but has popped up here and there and has never been able to kind of break out and be like an actual
Fleshed out
character. And so they've just kind of opted to just not use the character. They've introduced a couple other female characters that are actually really good. Actually, the driver of the... How do I explain it? The driver of the ambulance is a person manifested solely from the fantasy world that is in the back of the ambulance. She was a comic book character in a comic book store that's inside the world that is inside the back of the ambulance that has been turned into a human that is the protector of the ambulance that has to drive the ambulance around to keep the world going, as also the leader of the Doom Patrol.
Wow.
Nothing in this comic makes sense, and I love it.
Huh.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Yeah. I think you guys have the right, response. Yeah. I think that's the response that Gerard Way is going for.
#comics.
Also, fun fact, it's being written by the My Chemical Romance guy.
When I was a young boy, my father...
He drove around an ambulance.
Yeah, to keep a fantasy world alive.
Anyway, I think we've hit time for this break, so let's go ahead and take a break. When we get back, we'll talk about a little bit of this news. Hey, everybody, we're back. That was 2600 by Jonathan Coulton featuring John Roderick of the Long Winters.
From the album One Christmas at a Time.
Yeah.
See, I scared you for a second.
You
there.
did. You almost said putting the days to bed,
Yeah.
which is an excellent album, actually.
Yeah, actually,
it's a
it really
very,
is.
very good album. My brother and me. It's a great. That's a reference. Okay, anyway, we're going to get into a little bit of news, and I know we teased the video game awards, but I think we're going to hold off on that till the very end. So let's fly through these other ones real quick. First off, this one's a weird one. So there's going to be a movie about a Detective Pikachu from the Pokemon games.
Yeah, there's going to be a live-action Pokemon movie, but not in the way you would want or expect it.
Yeah. It's not the one everybody wants. It's the one where Pikachu has a deerstalker hat on and solves crimes.
And speaks English.
Yeah.
It speaks perfect English.
And not the Pikachu you know. It's a different one.
It's a different one. And, well, here's the thing. When you think of talking Pikachu, what kind of voice would you imagine coming out of it?
Well, you know, Ash, the murder happened over there.
I'm like, what if they got Benedict Cumberbatch? It's not Benedict
It's not
Cumberbatch.
Benedict Cumberbatch.
But what if they did?
Yeah. No, who they got was Ryan Reynolds. Deadpool is the voice of Detective Pikachu.
Deadpool? I thought he was Green Lantern.
I thought he owned a pizza place with a guy and a girl.
I thought he was Van Wilder. That's the right guy, right?
Yeah, no, you got it. Nailed it. You're good. So yeah, Ryan Reynolds as a talking Pikachu that solves crimes.
Why not? It sounds good to me.
It sounds kind of wacky. Yeah. Not exactly who I would have picked.
I mean, it's certainly not what the internet wanted.
Yeah.
Oh, no, everybody wanted Danny DeVito.
Whose response to being asked was, what is a Pokemon? What the F is a Pokemon? And then when they explained to him, he responded, no.
No. Although, yeah, it would have been a pretty great, yeah. Although, as a detective, like a older British serious detective, can you imagine the voice of Idris Elba coming out of a Pikachu?
Man. That would
with
have
a hat?
been good, too.
That would have been really good. That's been rolling around in my brain.
I want to know when we get to play the game.
Yeah, probably never.
Yeah, because the game is Japan only.
Yeah, it's based on a game, and like...
So they're making a Pokemon movie based on a game that was never released in America.
Yeah.
Maybe this will jumpstart it to get released into America.
I would hope so.
I would hope so. So, do we know any other casting from this movie?
Actually, yeah, they casted both leads.
Really?
And I forget what they are. Give me a second.
Okay. Because, what is this going to be? This can't be it has to be a family film, right?
Yeah.
Oh my god!
It's a Pokemon movie.
But I mean, think Ryan
I'm
Reynolds.
imagining like Deadpool in a Pikachu costume.
Yeah, and the thing is, Ryan Reynolds, he's not only doing the voice, he's also doing motion capture for this. So does that mean is he just going to be in one of those big inflatable Pikachu
I hope so.
dancing man costumes?
Oh, you mean like the parade ones in Japan?
Yes, like the Japan parade costumes.
Those things are great.
Yeah.
We've got Justice Smith as Tim Goodman.
Oh, okay.
And Catherine can't see Newton as Lucy,
I don't know who either of those people are.
but they're the lead.
You know, those Pokemon staple characters.
Yeah.
Well, the screenplay was written by Alex Hirsch, so it'll probably be pretty funny.
Yeah. Okay, that's pretty good. Yeah.
He's the Gravity Falls
He's
guy.
right.
Yeah.
Okay, that actually makes me feel a little bit better about the project, to be honest with you.
Oh
Yeah.
no, Pikachu's going to awaken
Bill Cipher.
Bill Cipher.
Okay, I don't know what else to say about this.
Yeah,
It's weird.
It's weird. It's weird casting, but I'll
for
see it.
a movie
Yeah,
that's
I'm
just gonna
down.
be
Sure,
weird.
it's good weird.
And if you want a T-shirt that has Pikachu with a Deadpool costume on it,
I'm sure it
T
exists.
Fury probably already has it, and now it's relevant.
Yeah,
Yep.
but only slightly. Okay, so moving on, more movie news.
Another kind of weird.
This is kind of a weird one. Yeah. So there's going to be another Star Trek movie.
Yay!
And it's also going to be Quentin Tarantino's last film.
Supposedly.
Figure that one out.
Yeah. I am totally stoked at the idea of a
I am
Quentin
too.
Tarantino Star Trek movie. I'm less stoked that his last movie is a Star Trek movie, though.
Well, you know, this will be the first and only time that he'll have do a film that's based on previously established franchise.
That's true.
So maybe he just loves Star Trek that much that that's what he wants to do.
His send-off.
His send-off is that he
Yeah.
wants to play in the Star Trek in someone else's universe for once. Maybe that's what he wants to do. Also, I know Star Trek is starting to get a little more cavalier with some of their properties because I guess there's a Black Mirror episode. I think it's either last season or this season.
I think it's this coming season.
This coming season, that is a Star Trek episode. Like old school original Star Trek with the yellow, blue, and red shirts.
Nice.
Interesting.
I'm excited for
Set
that.
in the but it's a Black Mirror episode, so it's going to be screwed up.
And weird.
We
and
actually
weird.
watched a Black Mirror episode the other night that was the most predictable thing a Black Mirror episode could be about. It was the one with where everybody's connected in that social media thing where
Yeah.
they can rate each other.
Uh-huh.
I'm like, after I watched it, I'm like, that was good, but also the most
You knew it was going to happen.
predictable, Black Mirror plot idea I've ever heard.
Yeah. So anyway, with this this Tarantino Star Trek film, he has said there's not a lot of news with it, but he has said it's going to be R-rated.
And Paramount says, yeah.
Says sure, okay. I think did they say J.J. Abrams is at least
He's like co-partying with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He kind of okayed it, I guess.
you know what? Great.
Yeah.
What
okay.
if it's all just set on the Klingon homeworld?
What alien race is Sam Jackson going to be?
Klingon.
My money's on Klingon.
Yeah. Yeah. I can't see it anywhere else.
I want these Globlochen snakes off this Enterprise.
Say kapla one more time.
So that's weird. It's weird, but I'm in. I love it. I love the idea.
Yeah.
I'm excited if they would actually get Sam Jackson to do a Star Trek movie.
It's a Tarantino film. It's gonna happen. All right. So next up, so what's Marvel Rising?
Marvel Rising is an animated movie that Marvel's doing
Yeah,
that features a lot of cool characters that I like.
primarily female characters.
Yeah.
which is excellent.
Yeah, I think of the entire cast, I think only 2 of them are actually male.
Yeah, and that's really cool. Some of the highlights are Spider-Gwen,
Yeah, Spider-Gwen, Squirrel Girl.
Squirrel Girl, who's being voiced by Milan Van Trup, who's also doing the live-action version of her on New Warriors.
That's good
So it's a
branding.
good synergy
Yeah.
there.
Brand synergy.
Yeah. There's also Miss Marvel.
And was Captain Marvel too?
Yes,
There's
Captain
Captain
Yeah,
Marvel.
both Captain and Ms.
That's really cool. There's Miss America Chavez, which is really cool.
I'd be really, really, really interested who they cast for
They
Miss Marvel.
They casted everybody.
They cast
Have they?
everyone.
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't have them in front of me, and
You don't feel like looking it up?
yeah, they're not. It's nobody like.
It's
big.
no one huge.
Yeah.
But they're casting. It's a very diverse cast, and the voice actresses that they've cast match
Their ethnicities.
the ethnicities, which makes me kind of think, and I'm not the only one to think this, it might be kind of a backdoor kind of post-Avengers thing where they're setting up,
Yeah.
kind of introducing some of these lesser-known characters, and then all of a sudden they pop up in live-action form post-Avengers Infinity War Part 2. So you have your Squirrel Girl that's already being voiced by the Squirrel Girl. You have a Miss Marvel who is of Middle Eastern descent. And
Of the Middle Eastern persuasion.
Yeah.
Also, I called it. They've been wedging Spider-Gwen into the main universe like crazy.
Mm-hmm.
I think they're just going to abandon her universe altogether.
And more than likely, something's going to happen, and Spider-Gwen's going to permanently be moved over to...
And it makes me a little sad, because I really like her world.
The punk band that she's in.
I know.
That's very cool. Yeah.
The Mary Janes.
The Mary Janes. Yeah. So, but no, I'm looking forward to the movie. It sounds really cool. It's going to be one of those direct-to-DVD deals, right?
Oh, yeah.
I think so.
Yeah. Also, it's got Patriot in it. And I'm not sure if we've seen a live-action Patriot yet.
Well, it's not live action.
Not live action. And emotion Patriot.
Oh, yeah.
A moving patriot.
All right, so let's wrap up movie stuff. There's Jurassic World 2.
Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom.
Fallen Kingdom.
Trailer.
Yeah, there was a trailer.
Yep.
Some of us have watched it. I couldn't find it, so I haven't seen it. But it has the Goldblum.
Yep, Jeff Goldblum reprises his character as...
Dr. Ian Malcolm.
Yep, Dr. Ian Malcolm. Chaotician.
Yep. Nature finds a way.
Yeah, it seems like it's his whole thing is like he's talking to like a congressional committee or something about
dinosaurs.
Yeah, because it looks like the whole point of the movie is for some reason they're going.
I think dinosaurs should vote.
I mean, yeah, you got to respect the rights of dinosaur Americans.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
But it looks like they're going back to the main island again. The one from Jurassic World and Jurassic Park.
Isla de la...
I thought it was Isla Nublar.
Isla Nublar, that's it.
Isla
Isla Nublar.
Nublar.
The second one is like...
Oh, Site B.
Site B, yeah. Okay.
Julie Newmar.
Julie Newmar. Isle Newmar.
But it looks like they're. I think they're trying to get the dinosaurs off the island. Kind of seems like.
Why?
Why would they do that? That seems like a very bad idea.
So they can get loose in mainland America.
Again.
Yeah.
For the second time. Oh, man. For the second time involving Jeff Goldblum.
Man, that movie's bad.
And then he turns into a fly. What the heck?
But a real fancy space fly.
I mean, life finds a way.
Yeah.
So,
anyway, yeah.
I don't know. There's a volcano, and the island is, like, falling apart, and I think that's what's going on. But it looks like a lot of time has passed because everything's, like, overgrown.
Mm.
Well, it's probably real time.
Yeah, because a lot of time has passed.
Yeah.
Has it?
What if in
We were children when...
Yeah.
No. I mean between the last Jurassic World and this one.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know.
Because it had some of the same locations from Jurassic World in it.
Mm.
But yes, a lot of time has passed between Jurassic Park and now.
Yeah.
What if in every movie Jeff Goldblum was in, he slowly turned into a fly over the course of the film?
No.
No.
It sounds cool.
Jurassic World 2.
Yeah. I'm in.
I'll watch it.
I like the first one enough.
Yeah.
They
They haven't messed up the universe too badly. The reboot really kind of brought it back a little bit. So
I know a lot of people don't like it or whatever. I thought it was fine.
that's fine.
It was a fine movie, yeah.
Yeah.
It was a logical progression if you cut out the other two.
I don't expect a whole lot out of a Jurassic Park movie.
Give me dinosaurs.
Yeah,
give me dinosaurs and give me people that are running away from dinosaurs and then have to outsmart the dinosaurs.
Yeah.
That's what I want.
That's fine.
Yeah.
If you were expecting any more, like maybe you didn't watch the last one in a long time or something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I thought it was fine.
See, there you go. Okay, next up, Mega Man is coming back.
The little
Dead.
He ain't dead. I lived. The little blue boy with the gun arm and the underpants is back.
Yep,
For
the Blue
another
Bomber
game.
is back.
Mm-hmm.
It's a 2D side, 2.5D
2.5D,
side scroller.
yep.
What's the half?
The half is the perceived depth, but you can't actually move in the depth. You move on
So
a
what's the
two-dimensional track,
So it's 2D.
but the backgrounds are 3D, and there's stuff in the foreground, like Kirby 64 that you've never played.
It just looks like a good game.
Have you never played a 2.5D game?
I don't know. Probably. I don't know. If I didn't realize it.
Yeah, probably. But it's when they use 3D graphics, but it's on a 2D plane. Yoshi's Woolly World was
Okay.
one, and I know you've at least seen that.
Okay, well, anyway,
Mega Man.
I have one thing to say about Mega Man 11, and that it's better than nothing.
It does kind of look like Mighty Number 9.
It does, doesn't it?
Which is a little troubling,
Yeah.
but I'm sure it'll be better because
It has
anything
to.
is.
I mean, it would be hard not to be worse than Mighty Number 9.
I didn't know till I saw the other day that backers who wanted the PlayStation Vita or 3DS version of Mighty Number 9
Still don't
still
have
have
it.
not gotten it.
It doesn't surprise me. That game was messed from the get-go, and I feel very bad that I put my hard-earned money into it. That was a mistake. But we talked about that like
Yeah,
a
like a million
lot on
times.
the show.
Yeah.
But
But
Shantae, the game that I backed, is getting DLC. That looks great.
It must be nice.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
can play as all three of her friends.
Well, there you go. Great.
Hey,
And the
I still want to talk about Mega Man.
Yeah, let's talk about Mega
The
Man.
zombie girl can pull her head off and throw it, and then teleport to where her head is. It's awesome.
That's great.
But Mega Man.
Mega Man.
Yep, Mega Man 11, and it's like the 30th anniversary of Mega Man.
Apparently, yeah.
I'm just excited because I didn't think we were going to get another Mega Man game.
Oh, yeah, I
like,
thought he was-
ever.
That was done.
Yeah.
It's been like what 2011 was the last one.
I'm surprised they
Something like that.
actually did different graphics. I figured they'd go back to the 8-bit
8-bit.
again.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
Kind
they-
of like what they did with
9 and 10.
in Sonic.
Yeah, Sonic Mania.
Sonic Mania. I don't know. I'm super excited. I love Mega Man. Also, on top of that, they're bringing back all the Mega Man anthology or legacy collections.
To the Switch.
Yep, should be on the Switch.
And they're also releasing some of the X games onto the Switch.
Yep.
As well.
Basically, they've said in their little Mega Man press conference, every mainline Mega Man game is going to be available on Switch.
So, no.
But what if I really want to
Legends.
play Mega Man Soccer?
Yeah.
Is that a real thing?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Super
Oh,
Nintendo.
I never played it.
Yeah. It's not bad.
Yeah, it's all right.
But yes, all the X games and regular Mega Man. and
I
all
wish they would do something with Legends, but
It's not going to happen.
Yeah.
Well, the one thing I was kind of hoping for was that for the 30th anniversary, this game would have something similar to the similar in tone, but not in like execution, like the Sonic generations, where you had current Sonic and classic Sonic.
Yeah.
You would have a game that has both classic Mega Man and X as playable characters.
that would be cool.
That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah.
They should just use the Mega Man model from Smash Brothers because it's perfect.
Yeah, and the X model from Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite.
Yeah, because that was the one thing in that game that looked decent.
Yeah.
the
Well,
one with-
no, it's gotten better. They've patched almost every character in the game to make them look a little better.
But yeah, Mega Man.
Yeah. Okay, so we have about 10 minutes here, so we're going to get into a little bit of this Game Awards. Again, I didn't know this thing was a thing that existed. I mean, it makes sense that it does. They have awards for everything else under the sun.
Yeah.
But I guess this is a thing?
Been doing it for a few years
Yeah,
now.
at least since 2014.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess the biggest thing, Game of the Year, was Zelda Breath of the Wild, which really
No
is
surprise.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was going to happen.
It was down to that or Mario, and I think Zelda deserves it more.
Yeah, Zelda got it. Yeah.
Which we'll talk about that later if
Sure.
we do our own kind of.
Oh yeah, we'll do that. Sure. Actually, we're talking about Zelda. They they called it an awards ceremony show, and there were a lot of awards given out. But the primary
It was a big commercial.
it was a giant commercial for like games that aren't out yet or games that are just being released.
Yeah.
And also ads for eBay and
They know their market.
Uber Eats. Did you see the Uber Eats McDonald's things?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can. If you're watching it, you could get $5 off your Uber, getting your McDonald's driven to your house, so you can not leave the house while watching your Game Awards
Game trailers.
on Twitch or Steam.
Who watched it on Steam?
I don't know, but they were talking it up a lot. How it was the first live streamed event on Steam for some reason. Anyway, they one of the trailers they ran was for the new Zelda Breath of the Wild DLC that hit Friday.
Yeah,
Yesterday.
they played the trailer and then we're like, guess what? It's out tonight.
And it looks super rad.
And it technically wasn't out that night because it didn't come out until midnight.
Oh, well, there you go. Yeah.
They lie.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it looks super good. Cody, you played a
Yeah,
little bit
I
of
played
it.
about 45 minutes of it. It's really, really hard. It's not really like the regular game content. It's more of a challenge thing. I'll talk about it more next
Oh,
week.
sure.
When I
Yeah,
get more
I'm sure I
time
will.
with it.
I'm sure I will too.
Yeah,
But-
we'll all play by
Yeah.
then.
Yeah.
But right now, I'm not totally impressed by it.
Well, just wait till you get that sweet motorcycle.
Yeah.
That sweet hog.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
apparently after you do it all, you unlock a motorcycle that looks like a horse
That's super great.
called the Master Cycle Zero.
Yeah. I'm just looking forward to getting more background.
Which
Oh.
puts Breath of the Wild in the timeline before the events of Mario Kart 8.
Yep, that's it.
Because that
That's
one's
it.
called the Master Cycle in
Yeah.
Mario Kart. So
There you go,
it's
yeah.
the prototype of the horse motorcycle in Mario Kart.
All right, so what other games do we want to talk about? There's a whole list of them here. We can't
There's a new Soul Calibur coming.
I'm in.
Oh,
Yeah,
man.
they just showed like a pre-rendered fight between
So
was it
Mitsurugi-
Cassandra?
Mitsurugi and
Mitsurugi and
And Sophia.
Sophia.
it was Sophidia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which is weird because that means this game takes place. It's either a new timeline where they're rebooting it, or it's a set in the past in the game's timeline, because both of those characters have been off the roster for the last couple games. In fact, Sophistia's kids have been playable characters in the most recent one.
Wait, was that the one with Darth Vader and Yoda?
Yeah,
No, there's one after
There's
that
one after
because there's
that.
one I haven't played, and that's the one.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was kind of burnt out after the Darth Vader Yoda one.
Yeah. Yeah, but no, I'm excited. I love Soul Calibur.
It's probably my favorite fighting game series.
It's
honestly.
one of my favorites.
Yeah. Let's see.
There was a big long Death Stranding trailer that we got to talk
It's
about.
not a game.
It will be someday.
No, it's not a game.
It's. I don't know, you guys. I don't know.
Death Stranding is Hideo Kojima's new game that he's doing with Norman Reedus and Guillermo del Toro and Mads Mikkelsen. What is it about? I don't know.
No one knows. There are big invisible monsters with feet for hands, and
A baby.
Hands for feet.
hands for
No, I don't
feet.
know.
and there's a baby.
There's a baby in every trailer.
And
Yeah, there's
this
always
one,
a fetus in every trailer.
Mhm. This one ended up inside Norman Reedus.
Norman
It's
Reedus.
like the-
Norman Reedus is Norman Fetus,
Yeah, it zoomed into his mouth,
And he gave
in there,
the baby-
the baby was there.
and the baby gave a thumbs up.
Yeah,
I don't know.
and then at one point he was underwater, and
Yeah.
then he was not underwater, and then a young man turned into an old man, and
And then a guy with a face made of gold dissolved into black goo, and
then
there
Norman
was-
Reedus threw up some of the goo, and there was bugs
there
in
were
it.
bugs in it, and the bugs floated up into the sky, and there was an upside down whale. I don't know what this game is, and it's
But it's awesome.
freaking me out, and I love it.
Are we being punked?
Yeah.
We might. I have a theory that maybe Kojima just carts around these weird trailers once a year just to freak everybody out.
Yeah, I think it's just Hideo Kojima loves movies, wanted to be friends with Guillermo del Toro and Mads Mikkelsen, and just wanted an excuse to just go hang out with them for a while.
And he's using Sony's money to do this.
Yeah.
They think they're going to get a game, but they're not. They're going to get a new trailer
I don't-
every year till the end of time.
I just don't know. I don't know what this is.
It's Silent Hill PT. He's finally making it.
Basically, that's probably
yeah.
what it's going to...
Yeah.
I don't know. But what is this, like the third trailer
Third one,
in
and
3 years?
yeah, and
We've
they
still never seen gameplay, what the
Only-
game looks like.
tangentially are connected.
There's
Yeah.
weird stuff.
Basically, just a baby in all three of them.
My theory is the baby is the player,
Mhm.
because if you watch, this isn't going to make sense unless you've seen the trailer.
It's not going to make sense anyway.
That's true. The baby is the player, and whoever you're controlling has the baby or has the baby in them.
Yeah, maybe.
I just figured it out.
Okay.
It's the Binding of Isaac in 3D.
Oh, jeez.
And the little flapping light thing on
Is connected to the baby.
yeah, it's
Or
part.
the
It's
monster.
part
See,
of the play. It's the player's camera.
See, I think the baby is a baby monster, and that's how they're using a baby monster as a warning signal against the invisible actual monsters. I think that's what's.
But then there was the weird floaty
thing.
guy with his red shoulder light.
Yeah.
We should probably stop talking
We should
about
probably
this.
yeah. This makes
Because
no
it's like
sense.
it's just word salad. at this point.
Yeah. Okay. Bayonetta.
Bayonetta 1, 2, and a new one,
And a
Bayonetta
3.
3, all coming to the Switch
It's great.
exclusively.
And the best,
Oh.
the best part about Bayonetta 2, the 1 and 2, you get one for free if you buy two.
Yeah, like you did with the Wii U,
Yeah.
but now people will play it.
See, there you go. Yeah, right.
Even I didn't play all the way through it on the Wii U.
Oh, I didn't either. And you gave me that game.
Yeah, I had an extra copy of the first one.
Yeah.
I like the first one better than the second one, but that's neither here nor there. They're all great games.
Magic hair powers and pistol high heels.
Yeah.
And hey, guess what? They confirmed amiibo support.
Yes, Bayonetta amiibos.
Yep.
There
are already.
Ton of there's already one.
Two.
Well, they're the
technically.
same amiibo.
It's the
though.
same chip, yeah. But
She's gonna have all kinds of costumes. I hope it should support every amiibo.
This would be the game to support every single amiibo released.
Princess Peach Bayonetta.
Get that Waluigi Bayonetta.
Oh man, that would be great.
Oh, God. It's all mustache.
God, yes, yes. All right.
We got another couple quick ones.
Quick ones.
Yep. Justin Roiland and the Crows guy.
Mm-hmm.
Their VR game is coming to PlayStation VR, so people can actually play it.
Yeah.
It looks weird and funny and like one of his things that he would do.
What is
and
it?
It sounds just like Justin Roiland
Screaming
at you
VR.
about stuff.
What game is it?
Accounting Plus.
Oh. Huh.
The plus is everything not accounting.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks weird, but I'm in. I don't play the VR games, so you'll have to tell me if it's good.
Job Simulator is getting a sequel called Vacation Simulator.
And it
That's
looks
a
like
VR.
more the same. It's going to be charming and funny, but ultimately just kind of a fluff piece.
Yeah.
Kinda. World War Z, zombies.
It looked boring.
Fast zombies, but
Yeah.
zombies.
It looked like every zombie video game they've made the past 5 years.
Yeah.
Why do we need this when we already have The Last of Us and Resident Evil? Resident Evil
Dying
really
Light.
didn't...
Yeah. I don't know. Valley of the Gods. That looked really interesting.
Yeah, that looked cool. It was by the people who did Firewatch, so you know it's going to be a good story experience.
A lot of walking.
Yeah, it looks like two ladies exploring Egyptian temples
And
together.
and that looks really cool.
and
That'll be rad.
shooting
Pictures.
video.
Oh yeah, like old timey video. Yeah. And let's see, what was the highlight for me was
The director of Get Out.
No.
No, not Get Out. yeah. Yeah,
Jordan Peele.
Jordan Peele.
No.
No.
It was
What's the name of that game?
A Way Out?
The Way Out.
The Way Out or A Way Out.
It's A Way Out.
A Way Out. And the director got up there for one of those like little pre-trailer vignette things that he was talking to Jeff
Keighley,
Jeff
the
Keighley.
guy that puts on this whole thing.
Yeah. And boy, he went on a tirade.
Yeah, he was very passionate about
passionate is one way to put it.
his game and the game industry.
Mm-hmm. Had some choice words for the Oscars.
Yes, he repeatedly said F word the Oscars.
Yeah. And then went on to bash EA for their loot boxes. Then immediately turned it around when he realized, oh wait, my game is being made by EA.
Yeah,
I probably shouldn't badmouth like
The people who are giving me money.
Yeah. Is that guy ever going to be allowed to talk
Probably not.
about his games ever
I
again?
don't know. Everybody seems to
Didn't he
love
do
it.
something weird last year too?
I don't remember.
I think Vinny was talking about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I did a little digging on the guy. Apparently, he was like a Swedish film director before this, and he's always been like this. And the Swedish film, like news, media, whatever, know kind of how to deal with them. And I saw a couple of tweets from writers from where they're basically saying, "Yeah, you should have asked us how to deal with this guy before getting him up there." And let me tell you, God, cocaine's a hell of a drug. Like he was just all over the place, and
Oh,
you could
yeah.
see Healy was
Trying
like
to rein him in.
Yeah.
visibly like nervous and was trying to rein him in, and it went on for way longer than it should have. Like if this was like any kind of actual award ceremony, they would have played the music.
Oh, yeah. And then he wouldn't have stopped.
He wouldn't have stopped. They would have had to cut to like commercial or something. But no, they just let him just keep on digging that hole. Holy cow.
But now I want to play his game more than ever.
Absolutely. I want to give that guy money to
Yeah.
play his game. And the game looks fun.
Yeah, it's like a two-player cooperative adventure game, it
Yeah.
kind of looks like.
Yeah.
Where you're trying to break out of prison.
Yeah.
Oh, that game. Okay.
Like
Yeah.
the show Prison Break, starring Captain Cold and Heatwave.
Oh, yeah.
All right, was there anything else from the Game Awards we want to bring up before we wrap up the show?
I think that there's probably something we should talk about that we didn't write down.
Yeah, probably, but
Oh well.
I can't think of anything. So let's go ahead and wrap up the show.
Yeah.
You've been listening to Nerd Overload. Thank you very much for tuning in. You can find us each and every day over at nerdoverload.com.
You can also find us on all forms of social media, Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, at Nerd Overload Now.
You can email us at staff@nerdoverload.com.
Follow our YouTube channel, Nerd Overload TV, so we can change the name so we don't have to do this part.
That would be great. We'd love to be added in with the social media part.
Yeah. And share our page on Facebook.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Let people know about the show so we can get more listeners and such and so on.
Yeah, we would love to have more listeners. That would be pretty great. We're also on iTunes and Stitcher, Google Play. We're on Google Play now. All the episodes are up there. We're on TuneIn. That's a thing.
Man, you found a bunch of...
I've found a bunch. I've been working hard, man. I've been getting it. And again, we're also on WZMO FM in Marion Saturdays at 10 a.m. and 9 p.m. And it's also WZMOFM.com.
Yes.
Yeah, we don't mention it often, but there it is.
Yes.
Anyway, thank you all for tuning in. We'll be back next week.
Pizza out.